Hello and welcome to my first proper YouTube video. So today I've got a bit of a treat for you guys. We've got a race at Silverstone. This was a couple of years ago when I did the GB4 championship. So it's a reverse grid race. We had a great qualifying. We were starting on pole for both the feature races. So we had to start right at the back of the reverse grid race. So it'll be a race with lots of overtaking and lots of action. Let's get to it.
Right, off the line here at the start of the race now. Really good start, already gaining one place on the elite car to our left. Now we're going to try and make a pass on the KMR car. Move to the middle of the road. Normally cops would be flat out, but since we were boxed in there we couldn't do that, and that's allowed the elite back round our outside for turn one.
From Marcus Short, Nick Taylor is up to third. Already in third place, a great start from Nicholas Taylor. But
middle of the road is working a bit, sticking to the left, bit of a snap there. Tyres just aren't really up to temp yet, got to bring it back down, calm myself and go again, getting onto this straight. All about getting the slipstream here, so positioning ourselves perfectly to make sure we get a really nice toe going back up this straight. You know, with the KMR car not having a slipstream, it actually shows you the difference there that you can get. And here, getting the Vortex, trying to get as much as we can. Couldn't really make it stick around the outside on lap one, but that's okay, just sit back in place. We've gained on two cars at the minute, and now we're going to go up the inside before take as well, so getting another position, making sure we make the apex. The GBR being extremely good there on the brakes and holding it around the outside. Now just settling back into a rhythm.
at the moment where everyone is together.
Yeah, basically just
Cars starting to battle in front. You know, you can see that on the TV screen. There it is. That's two cars battling, one with our teammate at the time, side by side. They're still side by side. This is going to hold them up, back them into me. So late on the brakes here, making sure we get our line right, bring it back over to the right, focusing on the exit and seeing what we can do, lock up from the car in front. They're still side by side, so this is really, really great for us. You know, we're making good progress here. In the slipstream again, just staying as far as we can. Not really the room on the left to make a move, and we don't want to end up overcooking it, but they then send it right up the inside. Beautiful move from the GBR car there, getting past both the other two cars who are battling, and we've kind of ended up, again, just trying to pick where we can go without getting too much damage. You know, we are fighting for the championship here, so we want to not take too big a risk and end up having a DNF. We know we've got the pace. So again, riding the slipstream up to cops, little look on the inside, but it's just, you know, we won't get the overlap, and if the car on the left hadn't seen us, that could end badly for all three cars. So making sure we stay on the circuit there, and making sure now we look at the exit of Maggots and Beckett's and Chapel. So swinging it in, making sure we're online. The dirty air is quite bad here, so we're going to hold it a little bit to the left, get back to the apex, back on the power now. That's it, back in the slipstream. Staying tucked in, moving to the left. Going to go for the outside of Stowe, just as the car in front are going side by side as well. There we go, got the move done. Just as the car in front seems to have run over the curb there. They're still side by side, so again it's going to back them up nicely into us, making sure we hit our apexes.
Yes, indeed, Tom Mills making his way around the outside, so Tom Mills gaining the position and now up into third spot. As you can see in the background, Jack Sherwood as well with Darren Roberski side by side, almost a little bit of contact on the Hamilton straight as they run towards.
Again, dirty air here, but we've still actually gained through the dirty air, so that's really positive. Going half defensive, again, let's not risk it, no need to risk it. Still a lot of points on the table here. Back to the right hand side, focus on the exit. Switch it back round, get to the apex. They've missed the apex and they've run wide. So easy place there, we didn't even have to do too much for that one. So we are currently sitting in fourth place from basically, you know, right at the back of the grid on the last row. So making really good progress in this reverse grid race. You get a point for each place you make up, so it's really crucial to keep making up those places. And obviously then you get the points for wherever you finish as well. So in the slipstream here, you might see me taking different lines there to the car in front. Again, that's just trying to avoid the dirty air. You know, like you might lose a tenth in the corner, but then you'll end up gaining on the straight. Not too much you can do at cops, but you know, just trying to tuck the front wing in a bit. You have to actually downshift there. You don't normally have to do that, you know, in what big quali lap or when you're in clean air. But I'm just trying to help the front get in, try and stay as close as I can. You know, through the right again, you can see it. Through the left, trying to give myself again a bit more clean air, carrying the speed out here. And then what I've lost through that section, I should now gain back on the straight in the toe. So we'll see to what effect that is. Obviously the car in front has a toe as well, but we seem to be gaining a little bit more. Gaining. That's perfect. He's moving a little bit defensive. We're going to have a look, but not quite there enough to properly go for it. You know, cars behind are battling stats as well. You know, we don't have to worry too much about someone now getting the run on us. We can just focus on attacking in front. So again, making sure we hit the apexes here. Chicane, really important. Car in front didn't do that, but he's still got the toe from the car in front of him at the minute. So all in a bit of a train. You know, the leaders basically managed to check out from where he started from the reverse grid place. You know, he was able to get in front of the less experienced people at the back of the grid, who then started at the front of the reverse grid race. So he's able to just sort of run away and go with it, rather the guys who had a bit of a better qualifying have ended up all starting at the back of this race together. So we have to almost come through ourselves before we can then come through the less experienced people that would be starting at the front of this race.
Trying to brake a bit too hard into the corner, that unloaded inside front tyre can just under rotate, lock up. Do that too many times, you'll have a vibration. Move at the back.
Sherwood again, Sherwood and Waberski again going side by side. It's Sherwood on the inside, Waberski on the outside as they head through.
We'll give ourselves a little bit of clean air on the inside. Yeah, we're going to wash out a bit here.
Ahead of Sherwood, so he's hanging on at least for this lap.
Yeah, I don't reckon that's going to stay for very long.
They've got a toe, so they're going to go side by side. We're going to gain here. Here we go, break down the gear, in, back to power. So we're gaining on the car in front. You know, unfortunately the car that we were behind initially has now gotten in front, so they might gap a little bit, but we can use the toe here. Again, just picking exactly where we want to be on circuit, getting back into the apex. They run a bit wide. That's going to slow them up. And we don't even have to go for the slipstream here. We're going to have a good enough run. And then luckily, the car in front actually moves back over to take their line, and now it is giving us a toe. It's a bit of a squeeze there just to try and scare them out of the break. Around the outside. Perfect, job done. And actually has backed them into our teammate as well, so good for the team here. So again, making sure we get this apex. We were in a little bit early there compared to the car in front, but we still got the second apex quite nicely. Just an interesting point you could see on the exit there of the Bell chicane, you'll see again in the future. The guys who are more confident, they are running more of the curve on the outside as they're carrying the speed through the corner.
She was on the outside of Logan Hanna in the very first race when Logan Hanna spun that one. A nice move down the inside into Abbey at the end of the Hamilton straight. This now the battle for second position, the 21 on the left hand side of your screen.
Switching it back, they've run a little bit past the apex. We've got a good exit here, really good exit. Focusing on in front, we're right up on the toe. We're almost too close actually to get a good enough run, but we're going to move to the left and he squeezes us onto the grass. Bit frustrating there. That's okay. We're going to go back to the outside again. You know, it's better to pick to survive another lap. You know, we're currently sitting here in third place. You know, what would be the point of throwing away the third place on this lap when we're battling for second and causing us both to DNF, losing those points in the championship? Might as well back out of it. We'll have another opportunity when we know we've got the pace to use it.
She's going to be a bit disappointed. She's just going back because that momentum is so hard to stop. Once you're going back, it's one after another. Maserati filling the mirrors of Tom.
Trying to hook it in a bit more to give myself some clean air. Back on the power. We know we're going to lose time through this sector while we're behind another car.
Yeah, that was Jack Sherwood making the spot, of course, on Marcus Short. I think he might very quickly try and make one stick on Chloe Grant. You can see it in the background. They were side by side, and you can see going around the outside, just as we lose him in the back of Shot, that is a position potentially being made up by Jack Sherwood. So he might well have got his way not only into 7th pass.
Here we go, back in the slipstream, towing up.
Nick Taylor, 5-second gap at the front. That is ominous.
Absolutely incredible at the moment by
just not really close enough to really make a move here into Stowe, but he has gone wide. We're not going to carry enough though to get a run into the Vale chicane. The problem with the next chicane is that you have to be really confident that you're still going to gain an exit, because it's so easy for the people to then come back at you into Abbey, and you can lose a lot of time from doing that. You want to pass in the manner that means you actually keep the momentum going, and it won't drop both of you back into cars behind. Again, using all the road into Abbey that we can.
I know the Great Brunton racing cars are certainly not slow, and those two are finding so much speed every single round. But what a absolute stunner from Marcus Short as Logan Hanna gets down the inside of her teammate, who's going to be getting frustrated here. It's another position, so she's not going to let this one go.
Or is it going to be contact on the exit? That's so close there. But Chloe Grant having to give way to her teammate Logan Hanna after an excellent move into Village. Classic manoeuvre, late break, block off the exit. And now
gaining. Let's better have a little look. Getting clean out on the front wing, getting a bit earlier. The GT rubber all goes down on the inside there, so there's actually a lot of grip right on the inside of that corner.
From Chloe Grant, just trying to keep Jess Edgar at bay. That one for 9th position. Yeah, very stressy moments. I will say Jess Edgar's had some great pace this weekend. She's really proved that. So's Logan Hanna. I mean, to be fair, so's everyone on the grid. That's what we always see in the GB4 Championship.
That's it, just trying to stay close again.
Everyone can win. This is Waberski, who's in 5th position, close right up at the back of that battle for the
in a bit of a four-car train here. So we haven't got the luxury that we did before, where if we attacked and it didn't really work, we could then, not have to worry about cars behind. Now we do have to worry. If we make a mistake or we lose too much momentum here, the cars behind will be right on the back. They're all following the snake at the minute. Got to stay right in the toe. If I try and pull it out too early, the cars behind are going to have a big run on me. I'm just trying to make myself known. Now we're at the end, now we're by the braking zone. Just trying to force an issue here. Again, just showing the nose early on, just to make him think I might go for it.
He's already coming through and onto the Hamilton straight boss. They're all scobbling their ways through club corner now. It's still Tom Mills hanging on to 2nd position. Maserati, Jilks and Waberski.
Here we are in the slipstream, pulling in, but we're just too close for what Abbey is. Abbey's such a fast corner, it's so hard to follow when you're behind someone, especially these GB4 cars or F4 cars. A lot of the aero relies solely on the wings. They don't get it from fuel floor diffusers. So it's very much on that front wing's job to give you some kind of front end grip, and then you will lose it immediately when following other cars.
So plenty of time for lots of moves.
Again in the slipstream here.
That's a long way to go with this 5.9-kilometre circuit.
Yeah, especially when the laps are 2 minutes long.
Just not close enough to ever really have a look into Brooklands. Again though, we just showing our nose, getting to where the grip is. You can see what we gained on the brakes there. Going for a wider line, trying to give ourselves some clean air. We're tucking back in. We've managed to do that really well to give us a really good run here on the straight. This is going to be the chance. You can see we're pulling in more than we usually have before, from giving ourselves that clean air. We're closer than we have before. We're going to go for it on the right. He's squeezing us right up to the wall, up the inside, trying to stay in, going to get a snap of oversteer here. We both run wide. Back onto the circuit, we're still side by side here, running into Magnus and Beck. He's going to have the line for the left, but we're going to have it on the important part, which is the right. Hanging him out, that's it, we're going right to the white line. Carrying the momentum, still getting our line for Chapel, which is really crucial. We've actually made a little bit of a gap there, and now we're going to try and break the toe. We're going to try and go, just move to the left, just to try and break the toe there. Now look, he has to defend, he can't move over quick enough, he hasn't got a slipstream, we're giving the slipstream to our teammate. Perfect, now we pull our teammate past as well. Then run a bit wide, first time in clean air for the whole race, and I thought I had a lot more grip than I actually ended up having there. Still on quite old tyres, there are tyres that have done, you basically have a rule in GB4 where you qualify on a set and then you have half another set to use at some point in the weekend. Which we would have used as we were pole position for both races, we would have used early on, so we're on very old tyres at the minute.
Those teammates were separated.
So just breaking away now
nothing.
with my teammate.
I was expecting to see contact there, but Weberski kept his foot in around the outside, just about stayed on the track enough not to get dragged off by those serrated curves on the edge, which can drag you off. We saw that.
Again, just focusing on these exits. And my teammate is very much closing up in a straight line here.
Grey and blue Kevin Mills racing cars, followed by the black and yellow of Jack Sherwood. He is now in the back of this group and looking for a top 5.
Yeah, I think he's going to give it a go here.
And I haven't got the benefit of the toe anymore to actually pull me along as well, so I'm the one now basically punching the hole in the air.
Jack Sherwood lifts out of it. Tom Mills is trying to get it around the outside, whilst Maximus is able to hang on.
It was as well, I'd spent so long sitting behind the car in front and doing what I could to get through the field. I've used a lot of the tyre. So I remember at this moment in the race, I really didn't have much car left to actually fight with. So I'm trying to hang on here, but I know the others have better tyres around me, you know, so I'm just trying to take the lines I can. So again, wasn't enough to get alongside there, so I was able to actually take my line through cops. Car behind has run wide in dirty air.
Jarek Weberski trying to keep Jack Sherwood at bay, 4th position. Once again heading into maggots. That one's ticked off. Jack Sherwood still trying to commit it. Jarek Weberski is able to hang on to 4th, but Jack Sherwood, I mean, he is on an absolute mission. He's desperate for at least one podium this weekend.
Yeah, you know, he's
here we go, breaking the toe. Really important for this straight. Stowe is not a strong corner for us while we don't have the tyres that we need. We're just trying to break the toe so we're not giving people a run. Teammates right on the back of us, pushing us through the corner. Now, although we were fighting for the championship, my teammate necessarily wasn't. You know, how the younger Formula Leagues work is that although your teammates want to do well for the team, you're both way more there for yourselves. So, very much that, you know, there's no kind of like team orders of stay behind and help your teammate in the championship. It's just you try and go for the best result possible. The car behind will be doing their absolute best to try and get past me and get the best result for them.
We have a lot of racing to go. Megan Jilks can get back on the tail of Max Maserati. We know that Jilks car is very fast and straight.
I actually felt very comfortable though, even though I was on older tyres here. You know, the teammate, let's say they were had, let's say, a bit of a better engine, and so they were strong on the straights. But I knew if I just kept focusing on corner exit, I could just pull away, do what I needed to, and try and break the toe on the straights. Just trying to not give them as much of a run, but I felt confident that I could hang on to it whilst they were behind me.
I mean, coming into this race, it's a 20-point lead for Nicholas Taylor. It'll be going out to 26 if Max Maserati can hang.
So again, they're going to get a good run here into Cup, so I've got to make sure they don't do the move to me that I did. So I'm going to go right to the pit wall, force them now to the outside. Now they've gone to the outside, I can start taking a bit more of my line, making sure I make the apex. That's it, stayed on the circuit. They've got a run, but you'll never get a run at this point big enough to then, you know, have a go into Max and Beckett's. The speed's too high here. So again, just making them have the dirty air. Hitting my apexes, back on power. We've actually gained a bit there on the exit due to the dirty air, and now they're going to be closing back up into slipstream again, so we've got to pick our moments. So moving to break the slipstream, going all the way to the left. It's not going to be enough though, they're closing in too much. I'm going to have to go back to the middle of the circuit just to try and hold the defence. They've closed us too much, we haven't got the rear grip to keep it, and that's allowed someone else around the outside of our teammate now. Quite frustrating that, but as I said, there wasn't much I could do. The rear tyres, there wasn't anything left in. I couldn't brake any later or carry any more speed than I actually could there. So I had to pick to go defensive, and unfortunately, because my teammate followed me, they ended up actually getting blocked in, and it allowed the KMR car to then go around the outside.
And the teammate Tom Mills is unfortunately falling off the back of this. Sherwood is licking his lips once again. He thinks
the KMR car behind is someone who I've been battling with a lot throughout the season. We've had extremely close finishes, so I'm a bit worried now because they're definitely someone who can make the most of the fact that my tyres aren't the best. Just focusing on the exits again. Getting squared in, back on the power. They followed me well, but is it going to be well enough? It's too hard, this Brooklyn, to make a lunge due to the nature of the corner, so just going to move to break the toe, sit on the white line, then move back again, make the train follow me, moving it in, on the brakes, and that's it now. There isn't an overtaking opportunity to get past, so as long as I hit my apexes, which I do here, and now we've done it, second place, and it means that we keep this championship fight alive onto the next round.
Makes his way towards the line, second in the championship, second in the race, as it's a drag race as Megan Jukes is trying to make it stick. Maserati's going to take second. Waversky's done it though.
I hope you guys enjoyed watching that race. If you did enjoy it, please like, subscribe and leave a comment down below. See you guys soon.